Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing All American Horror Gateways to Hell, which this is the press release here, and that is the cover. And when I saw this, I was thinking, like regular type movie. But once I read the synopsis and started checking things out on it, I realized that it's actually like a real life haunting type documentary, much like what you would see on TV. And in this one, there are 5 different stories. This only runs 65 minutes long, so it's very short. With each of these stories, they pretty much just get straight to the point. And the first one's called the Devil's Stairs. And it's something about these like rock formations that are beside this road, and there's like all this paranormal activity that takes place there. It begins with showing this minister that picks up this strange hitchhiker, and he doesn't say anything, and all of a sudden he looks up once he's in the back seat, and he's got these red glowing eyes, and then there are these people that are camping out in the woods, and they hear these strange singing sounds coming from within the woods, and this music. And as they go investigate, they get deeper into the woods, and it just intensifies. When they shine their flashlights, everything disappears. And apparently, right around this area, there's a lot of twisting roads, and there's been a lot of wrecks that's happened. A lot of people's passed away right in this area. So there's a paranormal team called Haunted North Carolina that comes in to investigate things, do some EVP work and some other things like that. I really like this one. Next up is called The Ghost of Gallows Hill, which it's about this house that was built over this land where there was a lot of hangings that took place in the 1800s. This is in Wilmington, North Carolina, and the house has become known as the Hanging House. And there's been a lot of paranormal activity at this place also. They actually talked to this couple who was on a tour of the house and saw some paranormal stuff. So, there's more investigations, that go on with this place. Next up is called Cemetery Gates, and this raises the question, can ghosts haunt pieces of furniture? And in this one raises the the question, because there's these cemetery gates. It was on this. They were taken down, being taken down at the cemetery, and this woman really liked them, so she acquired them and she put them onto the front of her house in the driveway. And once she did that, all this paranormal activity began happening around her house. So some people saying, "Hey, take these down and this will stop." And she's like, there's no proof of that. So, and there's a lot of things that are found there as far as investigations go and stuff. People talk about it. Next is Waverly Hills Sanatorium. And if you know anything about paranormal stuff, you've heard of this place. It's one of the most haunted places in the country. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. It's been featured on many ghost hunting shows. I remember a really classic episode of Ghost Hunters was from there. And one thing that's cool about this place, they don't mention this on this documentary, but I know it from, it's not too close. It's not too far from where I'm at, actually. I'm in Indianapolis. This is Louisville. And they have an annual haunted house attraction that they put on there. You can go through where, you can pay and people dress up, that type of thing. And that'd be kind of cool because it is a really haunted place. But this is basically just, telling different stories. They show these 3 girls that are doing an investigation there, and they run onto this spot of blood on the floor, and right at the same time, a floor above them, they hear these disembodied sounds. And there's a few stories that are then told by paranormal investigators that's done investigations there. Then last is Railroad Ghost, which takes place in Silver Run, Ritchie County, West Virginia. There's this ghost of this woman that haunts this place. There's these like a tunnel right by this railroad where these people were there doing an investigation, and they saw this woman come at them and scream like she wanted them to get away. And then you come to find out this story. Well, also there's a train engineer, which sees a woman standing on the tracks, and he abruptly stops the train. He thinks he hits the woman. Well, apparently there was this woman, you know, that she died, and it was a tragic death years and years ago, and they believe that it's her ghost that is haunting this place. So that is the 5 stories that this tells, you know, in this short 65-minute documentary. And, you know, it's all told through recreations, you know, and like I said, much of what you would see on, like, you know, a regular TV show, ghost hunting type show. Very professionally done, edited very well, shot very well. You know, and many times it's the people that's telling the stories are involved with the recreations too. And, you know, I kind of take things like this with a grain of salt, because it'd be very easy to make up stories like this. I have no idea of knowing if all of this is, you know, really true, or if this is just being made up for entertainment value. And that's kind of how I look at these things. But at the same time, you know, I've had some strange things happen in my life that that can't be explained too. You know, like when this one, the one here, the ghost of Gallows Hill. Or no, hold on. No, the Devil's Stairs, the one where they're hearing disembodied sounds in the woods. I've experienced things like that, so I can't totally discredit something like this, you know. But to me, each one of these was very entertaining. You know, the only thing that I wish they would have done with this, or would have had with this, is more actual evidence. Like, there was only a few small parts of EVPs that they played, just a few, and then there was just a few pictures shown, you know, of some orbs. But really, other than that, there was no, you know, concrete proof to show that these places were actually haunted. It was just basically, you know, you're just going off this person's story, which is fine, but, you know, having that extra proof kind of drives home the point more, you know. And there were some extras on here, there were some trailers, and then there was this very strange thing on here called The Stone, which I started to watch it, and I thought it was a documentary. They were talking about the elementals and, like, you know, power rocks, you know, that, like, for healing and stuff like that, how they can affect a person. So I thought it was a documentary, and then I started watching it, and it's this strange experimental movie that is almost like a long-form music video, because they're playing these songs, and I really have no idea what was going on. I watched a little bit of it, but this thing, I checked the time, and it's like 2 hours and 10 minutes long. And, you know, it's just an extra on here called The Stone. I really don't know what it was about, but, you know, it's 2+ hours if you want to check it out. But, guys, that is All American Horror Gateways to Hell, which is available right now. You can pick it up at, let's see, I think it's, yeah, realityentertainment.com. Right there's the website. I'll put the link below. Check them out, guys. You know, they do some really cool releases, really awesome independent stuff. You know, I know they do a lot of documentaries, and I've been impressed with them. You know, I mean, if this is your type of thing, if you're into the ghost hunting thing, the haunting type thing, I recommend checking this out, guys. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. I appreciate you all watching, and give this one a shot. Have a good one. Later.